Hello and welcome to Book Club on Vanguard Live. I'm Agnes Joy Uloko. You know, the last program I told you that we'll be doing a summary of a very important and interesting book. And today I won't be doing the summary alone. I have someone very, very special here in the house. Say hi to the people.
All right, it's good to be here. I mean, you call me very special. I feel special.
Yeah, you're special. You're looking so beautiful, you know.
Thank you. And of course, it's Precious Chukwudi, and I'll be joining Agnes with the book club review today.
Yeah, and before we move into the book proper, you know, these are the benefits you get when following up the program. There's going to be a virtual evening with CHIMAMANDA ADICHIE on the 6th of December, which is this coming Sunday by 7 p.m. And before this, the interesting thing about this program is that at the end of the question, when you get the question correctly, there will be a prize that awaits you. And now I'll be throwing the question. Please be focused so that you won't miss out the question. And you will see the question placed on your screen, which says, what was the title of the book written by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, which won the 2007 Women's Prize for the Fiction and the 2020 winner of the winners? I know some of us didn't get the question, so I'll be taking it again. I said, what was the title of the book written by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, which won the 2007 Women's Prize for Fiction and the 2020 winners of the winner? Please keep your answers coming in, and also don't forget that you add your name and also your phone number, because at the end of it there is going to be a prize for the winner. So keep your answers coming in the comment section. We'll be going on a short break, and when we come back we'll move into the program proper. Okay, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Book Club on Vanguard Live, and I'm Agnes Joy Uloko, and I'm here with a special person.
I feel so excited about this special person.
She's always excited. Yeah, you are special. Someone has to say it.
Well, hearing it from here, I don't know, I'm blushing already. But then it's Precious Chukwudi, and I'm doing this with Agnes today.
Yeah, you can continue to blush. You know, it's a free word, as the saying goes. So the question for today is, what inspires you to grab a book? Don't forget, as you are trying to win a prize, you should also answer those questions, because the last program I said readers are always leaders. So there must be something that inspires you to want to pick up a book to read. Like the book we are going to be summarizing today, there was something that inspired me to read the book, and I know same goes for Precious too. There was something that inspired her. So keep your answers coming in the comment section. What inspires you to read a book? And today we are going to be summarizing a very interesting book. I know a lot of us want to know the title. Yeah, the book is titled Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. What did I say? I said Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. Things Fall Apart is a book that was written by the author Chinua Achebe in the early 1950s, 1958 to be precise. The book was written by Chinua Achebe, and that was the best-selling book of during that time. It was the best-selling book because it was read by a lot of people, both those in secondary schools and the higher institution. Until today, the book is still going because a lot of people are still reading the book. So now, Precious, I want to know your idea. Like, I want to know what the book is all about for you.
All right, the Things Fall Apart. I mean, if you went through literary classes in school, one of the things you definitely have noticed is that your literature teacher would definitely put one of all these books written by scholars as one of your important read, and Things Fall Apart was one of those type of books for a lot of us because we read them back in school, and seeing that kind of good read from Chinua Achebe, I mean that book sold over 2 million copies. To see the people outside the country reading this book, that's the white people too reading it, speaks so highly of our culture, speaks so highly of the Nigerian culture, because that was what the book depicted. The Nigerian culture in itself, the fact that before colonialism, and how it was, how people live their life, the quest for the belief in gods, some people still believe in those things. They do.
It's still in existence till now. The book, I was really, when I was reading that book, I really learned a lot of things. A lot of things that has happened far back then. A lot of our young ones these days, they just pick up the book, and because they might have heard about that book from somebody, or somebody has referred them to, just pick up this book and read, because there are a lot of lessons to be learned in that book, talking about the main character, that's the protagonist, which was Okonkwo. He did a lot of things at first, where he did some wrestling. He was involved in wrestling contests, and the thing that made him very popular, Precious, in that book was when he defeated the Amalize, which he was popularly known as the cat, which is like the story now. I related it to the story of David and Goliath. Everybody believes that nobody can defeat Amalize, but surprisingly to them, when he was defeated by Okonkwo. So a lot of things, a lot of interesting things are left in that book for you to be read. If you haven't gone through, and if you haven't read that book, it's not late, and it can never be late. It's now the time for you to go and pick up that book to read. So now, Precious, let's look at the saga of Ikemefuna. A lot of things happen in the book concerning Ikemefuna Okonkwo. So what do you have to say about the saga of Ikemefuna?
All right, I think that Ikemefuna, what happened to him in the book. Imagine when you are being told that, especially because Okonkwo was told initially that he must not be involved in the death of Ikemefuna, and seeing how Okonkwo, because he didn't want people to see him as a weak man, he killed a boy who had seen him as a father. It's just like when it's just like having your parents, or killing you. It's a very sad occurrence, and then he killed him just because he wanted to prove that he was a man. That egoistic type of man, showed that he was very he was very proud. He wanted people to know that he's still the one-time wrestler, and he can defeat and then kill people. So it just speaks so much of how people are willing to bring anybody down. Just to prove a point that there will always be a winner. This morning when I was going through a particular book, one of the things that the book was saying is that everybody wants to be number one. So that's why there's this quest for let's fight, let's bring down other people, and it shouldn't really be like that, because how would someone like Okonkwo, who has a son like Ikemefuna, just want to prove a point by killing that boy?
It's a very sad one going through the book. Initially I was thinking, why would somebody want to kill his son? Because in the story, Ikemefuna has Okonkwo has 10 children, and Ikemefuna was listed among those 10 children, which means he has become a member of that family. And turning back to see that he killed the son, it's a very painful thing, and it was really a saga, Precious. It was really a saga for Okonkwo at the story. Before we continue, in case you are just joining us, this is Book Club on Vanguard Live, and like I told us that there is a prize waiting for those that get our questions, and for those that just joining, I'll run over the question again in case you are just joining us. There is going to be a virtual evening with Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie this Sunday by 7 p.m. this Sunday on the 6th by 7 p.m. and there's going to be a prize only if you answer the question correctly. Like I earlier said, drop your answers at the comment section and don't forget to add your name and also your phone number. And the question goes like this: what was the title of the book written by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, which won the 2007 Women's Prize for Fiction and the 2020 winner of the winners? For those of us that didn't get the question, I will take it again. What was the title of the book written by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, which won the 2007 Women's Prize for Fiction and 2020 winners of the winners? And don't forget, even as you are answering this, you should also answer our questions for the day. What inspires you to grab a book? Please keep the comments coming in the section box, because we are going to be taking your comments as you go. And even as you are answering the question to win a book, please don't forget, when you don't add your name and your phone numbers, there won't be any way to get to you when you are the winner when you get the answer correctly. So please don't forget to add your name and your phone number in the comment section. So back to what we were saying before the formation, like we're talking about the saga of Ikemefuna. Now let's move away from the saga of Ikemefuna and let's move on to the colonialism of the book. Now, how do you see colonialism in the aspects surround, like in the situation of the book? How can you relate it to the book now, the village of Umuofi and others? How can you relate?
Okay, one of the things that the book definitely speaks about is about the change in culture.
Yeah.
Back then in the old times,
yes,
the way it's being done is Okonkwo as a man that is, I'm sure his wives and everything that he got was as a result of him being a wrestler.
Yeah.
People got used to men that know how to fight in those days. Women like to flock around them. They like to be by their sides and all of those things. And now seeing that is how he has lived his life, and he has always been a winner, and all of a sudden a foreign type of religion was coming, and all that the people believed in seemed to be going down the drain. There was nothing like the gods anymore. They were now, the white people, according to what the book was saying, brought a foreign god that people had to start to pray to, and this is not what a man like Okonkwo grew up to see, or grew up to or to worshiping, and then all of a sudden there's this white man that comes and say he has a god that people should pray to, a god that they cannot see, that kind of thing. And all of a sudden he thought that he still had the power and everything when he turned against the white men, and he saw that his people could not follow suit with him, and then he became clear that a lot of things has really happened, and that's what we call, when you say change is really constant, because change really came to play there. He thought maybe when he came back was after his exile.
When he came back from the exile,
and then he now realized that
a lot of things have changed in the community. A lot of people have changed.
It's no longer the things he saw before he left on his exile, and then he came back to see that the white men have taken over his place with their gods, and then he couldn't bear it, and I guess that's why he even committed suicide.
Because he believed that there was nobody like him, and Okonkwo himself was a traditionalist who believes in marrying a lot of wives and having lots of children like his father. So he wanted to continue in that way. But surprising to him, when he came back, and for him, he couldn't bear the shame, because he's so full of himself, and he's so proud that how can this thing be happening? If I was around, it wouldn't have happened, and I cannot take this, because he already killed one of the messenger of the colonialists. So he was like, no, I can't take this, and he went to hang himself. I know a lot of us want to still get more and more and more story about the book. Please, if you want to read the book and you want to get more story, go to any bookshop. You can also download the book online and read it. It's very, very interesting and educative. Seriously, I tell you, since I read that book, I've really learned a lot about the book, and I know Precious too did same about the book. So Things Fall Apart is a very interesting and an educative book that you wouldn't want to miss. I was seeing somebody in the comment section, he said, I haven't read the book. Please go and get the book and read it. It's very interesting and it's very educating. We are drawing close to the conclusion of the program, but I still want those that have missed out to get this information. Like I earlier said, there is a prize for somebody. I don't know the person, but there is a book prize for somebody only if you answer our question, because there is a virtual evening this Sunday by 7 p.m. this Sunday on the 6th of December by 7 p.m. and the program is being held by CHIMAMANDA NGOZI ADICHIE. So you won't want to miss the book out. So you have to go and you have to write your name and your phone number at the comment section when you get our answer correctly. And the question is, what was the title of the book written by CHIMAMANDA NGOZI ADICHIE, which won the 2007 Women's Prize for Fiction and the 2020 Winners of Winners? In case you didn't get the question, I will take it again. What was the title of the book written by CHIMAMANDA NGOZI ADICHIE, which won the 2007 Women's Prize for Fiction and the 2020 Winners of Winners? Please keep your answers coming in the comment section. And also don't forget to add your name and your phone number, because at the end of it all we'll be giving prizes to those that got the answer correctly. And now we've come to the end of today's program. Don't forget that you can also follow us on our social media handles displayed on your screen. I'm Agnes Joy Uloko and
I'm Precious Chukudi.
Okay, have a nice day.